Welcome to this session on gymnosperms. In this video, we will discuss the general characters of gymnosperms. We know kingdom Plantae consists of 5 different groups of plants. The first group is algae. They are the most primitive group and they are inhabiting in aquatic habitat. Then comes the second group, that is bryophytes. These bryophytes are known as the amphibians of plant kingdom because they are inhabiting in moist and shady places. Okay. Then comes the third group. Third group is pteridophytes. The pteridophytes are the first vascular land plants, and from pteridophytes onwards the xylem and phloem elements are present. Then comes the fourth group. Fourth group is gymnosperms. And the final group or the highly evolved group is angiosperms. In both gymnosperms and angiosperms, seeds are present. So both of them are collectively called as spermatophytes. So in both gymnosperms and angiosperms, seeds are present. Then what is the difference between gymnosperms and angiosperms? In case of angiosperms, we know, suppose in case of a mango, what is the type of fruit present in mango? In which the seed is present, that seed is protected by the fruit. Okay, so the seed is not at all exposed, the seed is protected by the fruit. But in case of gymnosperms, there is no fruit covering, that means the seeds are exposed. So the gymnosperms are commonly known as naked seeded plants. So today we will discuss the general features of gymnosperms. Okay. Before that, what is the distribution of gymnosperms? Where these gymnosperms are distributed? Most of them are distributed in tropical and temperate regions. So the gymnosperms are distributed in tropical and temperate regions. What do you mean by tropical region? Tropical region means the region which is near to equator. Suppose this is the equator. This region is known as tropical region. Okay. So the region which is near to equator is known as tropical region. So in tropical region the temperature will be very high. Okay. So after tropical region, the region will be subtropical region. Subtropical region. After subtropical region, the temperate region is come. So this is the temperate region. After temperate region, polar region is present. So temperate region means the region between polar region and subtropical region, and the tropical region means the region which is near to equator. So the temperature in tropical region will be very high, but that of in temperate region the temperature will be moderate. Okay. So the gymnosperms are distributed in high temperature areas as well as in moderately warm areas. Okay. Then these gymnosperms were dominant earlier, but now it is represented by only 70 genera and 900 species. Now the gymnosperms are represented with only 70 genera and 900 species. Now we will discuss the general characters of gymnosperms. Before moving to the general characters, what are are very common gymnosperms. The first one is Cycas. Then comes the Pinus, Orchiria, Cryptomeria. Then the tallest tree, Sequoia. Everything comes under gymnosperms. Okay. Then we are moving to the general characters. The first character is they are evergreen and shows xerophytic adaptations. They are evergreen and shows xerophytic adaptations. So, in the prior session, we discussed some common gymnosperms, and in that common gymnosperms, many of them are present in gardens. We know in case of angiosperms only the flowers are present. So no beautiful flowers are present in gymnosperms. Even the absence of flowers, the gymnosperms are present in gardens because of their beautiful leaves as well as their evergreen character. Okay. Then what is xerophytic adaptation? Xerophytic adaptation means in the distribution session we already discussed that gymnosperms are present in hot areas or in desert conditions. Okay. Then what do you mean by desert condition? The water availability in desert condition will be very less. Okay. So in case of plants, we already learned about the process of transpiration. What is transpiration? Transpiration means the loss of water in the form of water vapor. In plants, 90% of water is losing as water vapor. Okay. So in desert conditions, the availability of water is very less. So to reduce the loss of water, they are showing certain adaptations. That adaptations are collectively called as xerophytic adaptations. What are the different adaptations shown by gymnosperms that we will discuss in the later sessions? Okay. So this is the first general character of gymnosperms. They are evergreen and shows xerophytic adaptations to reduce the water loss. Then we are moving to the second point. The second point is the plant body in gymnosperm is sporophyte and the plant body is well differentiated. So the second point is plant body is sporophyte and well differentiated. We know the gametophytic plant body is a primitive character. In case of algae as well as in bryophytes, their plant body is gametophytic. From pteridophytes onwards, the plant body is sporophytic. Okay, here also the plant body is sporophyte and it is well differentiated. That means perfect root, stem and leaves are present in gymnosperms. Then we are moving to the root. They possess taproot system. The gymnosperms possess taproot system, and in some genera, in gymnosperms, in some genera, symbiotic relations are present. Symbiotic relationship is present in some genera. What do you mean by symbiotic relationship? Symbiotic relationship means it is a mutual relationship. In symbiosis, both of them are benefited. Both organisms are benefited. The first example for the symbiotic relationship found in gymnosperm is present in Cycas. In Cycas, along with the taproot system, they possess a second type of root system that is called as coralloid root. Coralloid root. So normally the function of root is anchorage and absorption. Here this coralloid root, it is not a normal root. It is negatively geotropic. Normally the roots are positively geotropic, but the coralloid roots are negatively geotropic, and it shows dichotomous branching. Dichotomous branching means, suppose this is a main branch, it is splitting into two equal branches and the tip of each branch is breaking into two equal halves. This type of branching is called as dichotomous branching. Dichotomous branching. So corolloid roots are negatively geotropic, shows dichotomous branching. They are green in color because of the symbiotic association with blue-green algae or cyanobacteria. Blue-green algae is otherwise called as cyanobacteria. Okay, this is the first symbiotic association present in gymnosperms. In cycas, they have a second type of root. That root is called as corolloid root. It is green in color, negatively geotropic, shows dichotomous branching, and blue-green algae is present in symbiotic association, and the function of this corolloid root is nitrogen assimilation because of the symbiotic association with this blue-green algae. Okay, this is the first case of symbiotic relationship present in gymnosperms. Then we are moving to the second symbiotic association that is present in Pinus. In Pinus. Okay. So Pinus also possesses perfect taproot system, and we know what are the regions of root. Suppose this is a tip of a root. The first region is called as root cap region. Then comes the meristematic region. Then comes the elongation, zone of elongation. Then comes the zone of maturation. In zone of maturation, root hairs are present. So this region is also called as root hair zone. These are root hairs. So what is the function of this root hair? They are increasing the surface area for water absorption. So water absorption is taking place through these root hairs. In Pinus, these root hairs are absent or very scanty. If present, very scanty. So instead of this root hair, who is performing as the site for water absorption? That is a symbiotic association with fungus, fungi. So the symbiotic association between root of higher plants with that of fungal hyphae is called as mycorrhizae. Mycorrhizae. So in Pinus root, mycorrhizal association is there for the water absorption. If this mycorrhizal association is not present, the Pinus will not survive. Okay, these are the two symbiotic association we can see in gymnosperms. The next points we will discuss in the next video.